Let us begin with the rhythm of our existence. Can you feel it? It is a staccato rhythm. It is fast, sharp, and relentless. It starts the moment the digital alarm screams on the nightstand. We jolt awake, cortisol already flooding our veins, and before our feet even touch the floor, we are already late. We are late for work, late for the gym, late for the emails, late for the life we are supposed to be living. We rush to the shower, washing our bodies, but mentally already in the car. We rush the coffee into the travel mug, burning our tongues, tasting nothing but the caffeine we need to survive. We rush the commute, cursing the red lights, weaving through traffic on the freeway, checking the GPS to see if we can shave 2 minutes off the arrival time. We treat the spaces between events as obstacles to be overcome. We treat the commute not as a journey, but as dead time. We treat waiting in line at the grocery store as a personal insult. We treat the slow walker on the sidewalk as an enemy of our progress. We are a culture obsessed with speed. We worship at the altar of efficiency. We have Amazon Prime delivering packages in 2 days and we complain it's not one. We have fast food, fast fashion, fast internet, and fast dating. We listen to audiobooks at 1.5x or 2x speed because we want to consume the wisdom without spending the time. We watch movies with the phone in our hand because a 2-hour film feels too long to just sit. We are trying to hack reality. We are trying to squeeze more life into the container of the day. But here is the tragedy that haunts us in the quiet moments, usually when we are trying to fall asleep. The faster we run, the less we actually live. By trying to save time, we are actually killing time. We are blurring the edges of our existence until life becomes a gray smear of motion. We look back at the last year or the last decade and it feels like a blur. We ask, where did the time go? It went into the rush. It went into the speed. We are skimming the surface of the ocean of life, bouncing off the waves like a skipping stone, never sinking deep enough to feel the water, to see the coral, to know the stillness of the deep. We are exhausted not because we are doing too much, but because we are feeling too little. We live in a world that equates slow with lazy. In the American lexicon, slow is an insult. If you are slow, you are stupid. If you are slow, you are falling behind. If you are slow, you are irrelevant. We are terrified of the slow. We are terrified of the pause. Because in the pause, the silence enters. And in the silence, we have to face ourselves. We have to face the questions we have been running from. Am I happy? Is this all there is? Who am I when I am not producing? Why do I feel so lonely? So we keep running. We fill the silence with noise. We fill the stillness with scrolling. We treat our souls like a shark that must keep moving or it will die. But I am here to offer you a different proposition, a rebellion. Slow living is not about speed. It is about depth. It is not about moving to a farm in Vermont and churning your own butter, though that is lovely if you can do it. It is about finding the farm in the middle of Manhattan. It is about finding the stillness in the middle of the chaotic office. It is about reclaiming the texture of your life from the tyranny of the clock. Let's look at our relationship with productivity. We have internalized the belief that our worth is measured by our output. We are human doings, not human beings. We feel guilty when we rest. We feel guilty when we take a nap. We feel guilty when we sit on the porch and do nothing. We call it wasting time. But time cannot be wasted, it can only be spent. And what better way to spend it than in the act of being alive? When you sit and watch the rain fall against the window, you are not wasting time. You are witnessing the universe. When you play with your dog and laugh at his joy, you are not wasting time. You are engaging in love. The system wants you to believe that time is money, but the soul knows that time is life. And you cannot hoard it, you can only experience it. Let's look at how we eat. In our culture, eating is a functional act. We eat at our desks, crumbs falling into the keyboard. We eat in our cars, steering with our knees. We eat while standing up in the kitchen, scrolling through the news. We shovel fuel into the machine so we can keep working. We barely taste the food. We don't notice the crunch of the lettuce, the sweetness of the tomato, the heat of the soup. We are swallowing without receiving. Now imagine a different way. Imagine sitting down, just sitting. No phone, no TV, no newspaper. Just you and the meal. Imagine taking the first bite and actually noticing it, feeling the texture, tasting the spices, honoring the fact that this food grew from the earth, was harvested by hands, transported by trucks, and cooked with heat to sustain you. When you eat slowly, a sandwich becomes a sacrament. A cup of coffee becomes a ritual. You are not just feeding the body, you are feeding the soul. This is slow living. It takes the same amount of time to eat the sandwich, but the experience of the time is completely different. One is empty, the other is full. Let's look at how we multitask. We wear our multitasking like a badge of honor. "I'm so busy," we say with a mix of pride and exhaustion. "I can answer emails, cook dinner, and listen to a podcast at the same time." We think we are being efficient, but the brain cannot multitask. It can only rapid switch. And every time we switch, we pay a cognitive tax. We fragment our attention until our reality becomes a broken mirror. We are physically present but spiritually shattered. Slow living is the art of single tasking. It is the radical act of doing one thing at a time. When you walk the dog, just walk the dog. Don't listen to the news about the economy. Don't call your mother. Just walk. Feel the leash in your hand. Watch the way the dog sniffs the grass with total absorption. Feel the wind on your face. Look at the sky. When you wash the dishes, just wash the dishes. Feel the warm water. Smell the lemon soap. Feel the smooth ceramic of the plates. Listen to the sound of the water. Suddenly, the chore is not a chore. It is a meditation. It is a break for your nervous system. You are no longer rushing to finish so you can get to the next thing. You are simply being in the doing. And in that being, time expands. You step out of Chronos clock time, linear time, and into Kairos deep time, God's time. We suffer from a disease called destination addiction. We believe that happiness is always in the future. It is at the end of the commute. It is at the end of the workday. It is at the end of the mortgage. It is at the end of the weight loss journey. It is at the end of the semester. We treat the present moment as nothing more than a bridge to get to the future. We are always leaning forward, off-center, trying to grab the next moment before we have fully inhabited this one. But the future does not exist. It is a concept. It is a hallucination. The only thing that exists is now. If you cannot enjoy the cup of coffee now, you will not enjoy the retirement later. Because by the time you get to the retirement, you will have trained your brain to look for the next thing. You will be retired, but you will be anxious about your health or your legacy. You will never arrive because you have forgotten how to stop. Slow living is the practice of arriving. It is the realization that you are already here. You have already made it. The moment is complete. This doesn't mean you don't have goals. It doesn't mean you don't build a career, but you build it from a place of presence, not a place of desperate escape. You write the book because you love writing, not just to see your name on the cover. You build the business because you love the game, not just to get the exit strategy. You dance the dance to enjoy the music, not to get to the end of the song. We need to talk about the fear of missing out, FOMO. This is the engine of our speed. We scroll through Instagram and see people traveling, partying, achieving, winning. We feel like we are falling behind. We feel like we need to do more, see more, be more. So we say yes to everything. We overschedule ourselves. We run from event to event, collecting experiences like trophies, but enjoying none of them. Slow living embraces the joy of missing out, JOMO. It is the delicious pleasure of saying no. No, I won't go to that party. No, I won't join that committee. No, I won't watch that show everyone is talking about. I am going to stay home. I am going to wear comfortable clothes. I am going to read a book. I am going to stare out the window. I am going to protect my peace. When you prune the dead wood from your schedule, you allow the healthy branches to grow. You trade quantity of experiences for quality of presence. You realize that you don't need to do everything. You just need to do a few things with your whole heart. Look at nature. Nature is the ultimate teacher of slow living. Does a tree rush to grow? Does a flower hurry to bloom? Does the sun stress about setting on time? No. Nature moves at its own pace. As Lao Tzu said, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. The oak tree grows slowly, but its roots go deep and it withstands the storm. The bamboo shoots spend years underground before they shoot up. We are part of nature. We are biological organisms, not machines. We have rhythms. We have seasons. We have winters where we need to rest and springs where we need to bloom. But we try to live in an eternal summer of high productivity. We force ourselves to bloom 365 days a year. And then we wonder why we wither. We wonder why we have autoimmune diseases, anxiety disorders, and chronic fatigue. To live slowly is to respect your own biology. It is to rest when you are tired instead of drinking another Red Bull. It is to sleep when it is dark. It is to go outside and put your feet on the grass and remember that you are an animal, not a battery. Let's talk about waiting. In the US, waiting is torture. If the Wi-Fi buffers for 5 seconds, we get angry. If the traffic light is red, we tap the steering wheel. If the line at the coffee shop is long, we sigh and check our watches. We view waiting as wasted time. But what if we reframed waiting? What if waiting was a gift? The red light is not an obstacle, it is a permission slip to stop. It is a moment to take a deep breath. It is a moment to look at the sky. It is a moment to check in with your body. The line at the grocery store is a chance to people watch, to notice the humanity around you, to practice patience. When you stop fighting the wait, the stress dissolves. You are just standing there. You are breathing. You are alive. Nothing is wrong. The delay gives you back a piece of yourself that the rush had stolen. It gives you back your own breath. We also need to address the cult of convenience. We have outsourced all the effort in our lives. We buy pre-cut vegetables. We order Uber Eats. We use AI to write our emails. We want the result without the process. We want the destination without the journey. But the soul lives in the process. The soul lives in the friction. Slow living invites us to do things the hard way sometimes. Bake the bread from scratch. Feel the flour in your hands. Smell the yeast. Watch it rise. It takes time, yes, but it connects you to the history of humanity. Write a letter by hand instead of sending a text. Feel the pen on the paper. See your own handwriting. That letter carries your energy in a way a text never could. Walk to the store instead of driving. Feel your legs moving. When we engage in these analog tactile activities, we ground ourselves. We remember that we have hands. We remember that we can create. We reclaim our agency from the machines. We find satisfaction in the effort itself. This shift requires courage. It is a counter-cultural act. When everyone else is running, standing still looks like rebellion. When everyone else is talking about their hustle, talking about your rest feels subversive. People might judge you. They might think you are not ambitious enough. They might think you are wasting your potential. Let them. They are judging you from inside their own prison of speed. They are judging you because your peace reflects their exhaustion. Your slowness highlights their rushing. They are jealous of your freedom. You are planting a flag for a different way of being. You are showing them that it is possible to step off the treadmill and still survive. In fact, you are showing them that it is the only way to thrive. So how do we start? We start small. We start with micro-pauses. You don't need to quit your job today. You don't need to sell your car and move to a cabin. Just start with the morning. Tomorrow when you wake up, do not touch your phone for the first 20 minutes. Let the world wait. The emails will still be there. The news will still be terrible. The likes will still be there. Claim the first 20 minutes for yourself. Drink water. Stretch. Look out the window. Set the tone for the day. Tell your nervous system we are safe. We do not need to rush. Create no phone zones in your house. Maybe the bedroom. Maybe the dining table. Leave the device behind. Reclaim the physical space for human connection. Look your partner in the eye when they talk to you. Put the book down. Turn the TV off. Give them the gift of your undivided attention. That is the greatest act of love in a fast world. To be fully present with another human being is a revolutionary act. And finally, be gentle with yourself. You will relapse. You will find yourself rushing. You will find yourself doom scrolling. You will catch yourself tapping your foot at the red light, angry at the delay. That is okay. You are deconditioning decades of programming. You are fighting against a $1 trillion attention economy designed to keep you distracted. Just notice it. Say, I am rushing again. I am running from the moment. And then take a breath. Exhale. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Slow down your walking pace by 10. Return to the now. The world will continue to spin fast. The news cycle will continue to scream. The markets will continue to fluctuate. But you can be the eye of the storm. You can carry a portable sanctuary of silence within you. You can move through the world without letting the world move you. You are not a machine. You are a garden, and gardens cannot be rushed. Let yourself grow. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself take the time it takes. You have nowhere to go. You are already home.